So now we're going to look at how to find the equation of the line given the slope and the point. In the previous video, we found the slope using the slope formula and given the 2 points. So the 2 points were 2, negative 3 and negative 1, 5. And we used the m equals y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2 formula to find the slope, which was, we found negative 8 over 3. So here's our slope right here, and it says given the point. Well, we can use any one of these. Let's use 2, negative 3 for our sake. Okay, so we have our slope right here and our point right here. Now, since we have a slope and a point, what form comes to mind? The point-slope form. Why? Because we have the slope and we have a point. Now, the point-slope form looked something like this. It looked like this. Y minus y1 equals m parentheses x minus x1. And let's remember that our slope was negative 8 over 3, and our point was 2, negative 3. Okay? Now, we're going to put this once again. 2 is x1, y1, and the slope is m, which is negative 8 over 3. And let's go ahead and try to plug it in the formula. So we have y minus, don't forget to not get the signs confused, minus negative 3 equals, slope is negative 8 over 3 times x minus 2. Now, why do the x and the y stay? Well, in every equation of a line, remember that in the y equals mx plus b, that only the m and the b were numerical values, but the x and the y always stayed. So, right here, we have the y and the x always staying. Now, because we have this equation right here, now we just need to understand how to do the algebra with all the fractions and everything. So first, let's simplify y minus negative 3. They're not like terms, so we're going to just simplify it just like this. Y plus 3 equals, now this is a very tricky part, but very important, the distributive property. See, we're going to have negative 8 over 3 times x. So we're going to have negative 8 over 3 times x. And then that's going to be plus negative 8 over 3 times negative 2. That's the distributive property. We're going to do negative 8 times negative 8 over 3 times x right here, and negative over 3 times negative 2. So you just plus these, the plus signs right here. Now, let's go ahead and do the math. So, well, what is negative 8 over 3 times x? That's simply just negative 8x over 3. And we're going to add, what's negative 8 over 3 times negative 2? Well, we can pretend that there's a 1 right here. So we're going to do what's negative 8 times negative 2. Well, they're both negative, so we're going to make that positive. And what's 3 times 1? 3. Okay? So now what we're going to do is we need to put it into the y equals mx plus b format. But right now, this is not in the y equals mx plus b format because there is this 3 in the way, right? So what are we going to do with the 3? We are simply just going to subtract it from both sides to get rid of it. So we have y plus 3 minus 3 equals negative 8 over 3x plus 16 over 3 minus 3, right? So we do know that 3 minus 3 equals 0. So if we're going to start from right here. So right here, y plus 3 minus 3 is just y, because y plus 0. And then we have y equals negative 8 over 3x. There's no like term, so the x stays. And now we need to figure out how to add 16 over 3 minus 3. Well, what is the least common denominator? We have a 3 right here, and right here we can once again pretend there's a 1, right? So we need to make this 1 a 3 somehow. How are we going to do that? Let's multiply the top and bottom by 3. Why? Because we need to make it a 3, and in order to make it a 3, we have to times 1 by 3. But whatever you do to the bottom, you got to do to the top, right? So, we're going to have plus 16 over 3 minus 9 over 3. Now, what is 16 over 3 minus 9 over 3? Well, let's rewrite this one last time. Negative 8 over 3x. 16 minus 9 is 7. And the denominator stays since it's addition. And here we go. We have our y equals mx plus b format right here. And this is our equation of the line. Our equation of the line, let's look at it real quick. This right here, the 8 over 3 is the slope. And this right here, the 7 over 3, is the y-intercept. And there we go. You are done with this problem. You have found the beautiful equation of the line.